What is up? What is up? I am back again. I'm doing it again, y'all. I made it. I know I'm late. I'm late than a motherfucker. I said 6:30. Hey, this is the Knowledge Free Podcast. I'm your boy, Warren G, and the place to be. Been clown free and sucker free since 2003. Let me turn this mic up a little bit. I know I'm loud, but gotta turn it up again anyway. God damn, this cold is a witch's nipple out here in this motherfucker. God damn. It's colder than a... God damn. I don't know. It's colder than a motherfucker out here. Shit. But anyway. Hey, this is the Knowledge is Free Podcast. If you listen on SoundCloud, I appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. Whenever you get a chance to watch this, I hope I fuck up your day like I fuck up everybody else's day. Sorry for being a little late. For all y'all that's listening to this, whenever y'all listen to this, I just want y'all to think about something. Think about this. How was your day at the corporate plantation today? Did you coon today? Did you sambo today? Did you buck dance today? Which one of you niggas out there did it? I'm talking to my people right now. And for all you other races, did y'all coon today? It's Mexican coons, Filipino coons, white coons. If you white, you listening to this, did you coon today? Was you in there trying to get a pet from your white boss? If you did, then this is the wrong channel for you. So I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Hey, I appreciate it thus far. We about to get right into it. Hey, let's just get into it. Justin Fairfax, the Lieutenant Governor for Virginia. Now, the title of this podcast is We Are Fighting a System, Not One Person. That's the difference. We're fighting a system. Isn't it so ironic that that Governor Northam, who was in blackface with the KKK buddies, isn't it so ironic that now your boy Justin Fairfax is getting the short end of the stick? Oh, they gonna say, hey, what is my saying for all y'all that's been watching it? Guilty, nigga. Fairfax, you might as well throw in the towel, clown. It's a wrap for your clown ass, man. For all y'all that's watching on YouTube, if you watching live, the only reason why I record this live is because of the chat room. Other than this, I could pre-record this and load this up at any time, but what fun would that be? I think live is better. Shout out to the chat room. What's happening? No coonery today. Shout out to the chat room. No coonery today. Hey, we got to watch and check ourselves, man. Hey, y'all keep me in check. Let me tell you something. Watching people on YouTube keeps me in check because there's a lot of niggas that be going in on that coon shit and just listening to different people, listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, listening to a lot of people. There's a lot of people, you know, Brother Reza Islam from the Nation of Islam, listen to him. Brother Tony Muhammad. Who else? Dr. Boyce Watkins. It's a lot of them out there. Man, that just keeps me on my toes and keeps me thinking like, damn, am I cool? And not just them, just watching certain things. After you read, I'll tell you like this. After I read the ISIS Papers by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, after I read that, I was like, ooh. Like, god damn. She kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because you have to check yourself because everybody thinks that things are fine. That the state that we're in today, oh, you fine, you good. But it really isn't that way. And the reason why I would say that is because we're only fine when our people has liberty, has land, resources, and we have the money that is owed to us. And then we can build our economical bases around the United States and around the world, and then we can police our own. That's when we're fine. But I think individually, we're always thinking of shit from an individual's perspective. Oh, okay, you came from Dr. Boyce. Hey, I fuck with Dr. Boyce Watkins. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Man, when I read Think Like a Millionaire, that really, look, I'ma just be honest with y'all, whoever listening. Read Think Like a Millionaire and whoop, oh, give me my goddamn book back. When I read Think Like a Millionaire, I felt like a fucking clown. For real, for real. When I read Dr. Claude Anderson's book, Black Labor, White Wealth, that's what really hurt my feelings too. Because I was like, damn, I was that blind. A lot of it is upbringing. A lot of it is like who you around. And then I felt blind too is because I felt like I was walking around blind because a lot of the people that were around, they wasn't really self-educated like that. They had the European education, which is good because it gives you opportunities, but they didn't have knowledge of self. And I think reading a lot of those books, like Dr. Claude Anderson's book, I read Black Labor, White Wealth. I read Powernomics. I read Black History Reader. Those 3 books right there are cold ass fucking books, man. And it really, really have you thinking. And then when I read Think Like a Millionaire, because I read Think Like a Millionaire and The Wealth Choice by Dennis Kimbro around the same time. So, but Think Like a Millionaire, Dr. Boyce Watkins, facts. These are facts. He's the reason why I really, really started diving into stock. That's a fact. Like, everybody like, damn, where you get that from? Nah, man, like listening to him on YouTube and just watching how he moved and like, just think about it. That man, Dr. Boyce Watkins, has accomplished the highest of heights. I mean, the nigga got his PhD in finance. What else can you say? Everything is ran off finances. So for that man to do that and be in the highest of heights and then teach at Syracuse or wherever he was teaching, and then they was fucking with him the whole time. And Dr. Boyce Watkins is very articulate and very well spoken. And he's a very intelligent brother. Like, he's not one of those niggas that's like dumb. Like, he's book smart, but like when it comes to talking, he's dumb. And when Dr. Boyce Watkins starts saying like, y'all can get into stock too. Go get you stats. Go get you Robinhood. Go get you E-Trade. Get you some mutual funds. Get you some crypto. Diversify your portfolio. When he started saying that shit, I was like, damn. Oh shit. Go read you Stock Tip for Dummies and all that. And that's where I got that shit from. Just listening to him and researching it for myself. And then once I started, I was like, that dude is dope. And then by him powering up with Dame Dash, and that just, and then when I listen to Dame Dash, it's hard for me to even work. I can't even go in there and deal with those people after listening to Dame Dash. But he's very, very inspirational because he's real. You know what I'm saying? And he inspires me to want to get my own business going and be around. And Dame Dash is the epitome of being around like-minded people. No matter what color, what are they, he's like, nah. Get with somebody that's on the same page as you, that's gonna monetize, and he has no problem going at those Caucasians or the system period of people who culturally appropriate our culture and fuck us over and then try to validate black people on who can get it and who can't. So shouts out to Dr. Claude Anderson, shouts out to Boyce Watkins. These people are out there. Y'all gotta listen to these people. I'm reading the chat room right now. He comes to Philadelphia often. He is in the hood for real. Oh yeah, I know. Boyce Watkins is and Dr. Claude Anderson. Don't get it twisted. Dr. Claude Anderson, this is man, Dr. Claude Anderson was at Fred Price's church in LA. And Fred Price don't really have nobody speaking at his church, but he had Dr. Claude Anderson on there. So I was like, okay, this dude is really the real deal. But I saw Dr. Claude Anderson on Hidden Colors. I saw him on Hidden Colors, and then I saw him on Zoe Williams show, and I saw him on Tariq Nasheed's show. But I've been a fan of all those for years, man, and I'm thankful that those type of people are in my life because those are the type of people that inspire me. I would advise everybody to go, when y'all get a chance, go check them dudes out, man. He be dropping jewels. And speaking of Dr. Claude Anderson, we're gonna use Dr. Claude Anderson for the purpose of good. Angela Rye, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, all you Negroes who want to be naysayers and who want to run for president, why don't any of y'all want to sit down with Dr. Claude Anderson? Why don't y'all need to sit down with Dr. Claude Anderson, sit down with Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell, sit down with them people. Those are our black people that are really fighting for us, that really got the facts. You know what I'm saying? Okay, thank you. See, that's the people that we need. People that's really out there, that's really doing it, and can give us a different perspective. That's why I like Dr. Claude Anderson, man, because he gives you the best perspective. He's been at the highest of height. He's done everything and not really be controlled. So he has an economic plan. It can be outdated to some people, but at least he got a plan. At least he's fighting for reparations. Who out there can you say is fighting for reparations? For us. Look, if y'all don't know by now, I've been talking shit about Angela Rye from the beginning. I just was not feeling her. She might be a smart person, be a lawyer, but that don't mean shit to me. You're doing the bidding for the system, and you're not doing the bidding for us. Why is it every time a motherfucker get in a position of power, they always talking about they the president for all people. They're the mayor for all people. They're the governor for all people. But it's never no black agenda. And when it is a fucking black agenda, it's some coon bullshit that they want to usher in the Latinos. And that's why I keep telling people, stop using, if you done read Dr. Claude Anderson's book, he clearly states, don't use people of color. Don't use minority. Use native black folk. That's a fact. Because when you use color, they usher in the Latinos. And look, if it was up to them, they'd say the Latinos built this country. They'd rather give it to the Latinos than give it to black people because they know Latinos are not no threat. Not really. They're not really no threat. They do the bidding of Caucasians. They take the jobs that niggas don't want to do no more. That's why when you go on any job site out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's all Latinos. But it's still a white man that they still report to the system. But it's all Latinos. All the masonry and everything that we taught them, now the Latinos are doing it. Let me read the chat. They don't want to sit down with real people. They can't handle the truth in one sitting. They must be spoon-fed. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I'll just say this. The main reason why I don't like people like Angela Rye and Cory Booker, and like I said, go watch the YouTube Breakfast Club interview. Oh, man, he looked like a Sambo, man. I'm sorry, man, but why every time, you know, Charlamagne the guy asked him about the black agenda, but even, I'm not even going to talk about that. He has taken the same formula that Obama used, and he's kind of running with it. He's light-skinned, he's very articulate, and oh, these people really help me, and man, when are you going to be like, you know what? Black people get treated unfairly. I am black. I am a DOS, I am a descendant of slave, and I feel like it's time for us to start to listen to what, you know, these black people are actually complaining about, because everybody's not complaining about nonsense. Why isn't it that black people should be rewarded or awarded reparations and land and resources and an economic base? The reason why they don't want to give us an economic base is because then we probably won't need the system. And then once we don't need the system, then we can create our own NBA teams, our own NFL teams. And if we start doing that and we're able to pay players the same amount of money, but they can play for us and it can be the way we want, then there will be no TV. Then who will watch TV? Because there ain't number niggas on there. But they'll praise Tom Brady all day long with his cheating ass. This is the type of shit we focus on. That's why that governor, Justin Fairfax, nigga, you should have known you was next. You should have known. When they had that governor under the gun about dressing up in blackface, you should have been like, ooh, let me make sure I got my ducks in order because they coming after me. That's a fact. But niggas be thinking because they will, you are collateral damage to them. If they go down, you going down. So if you got some gully, dirty bullshit going on with the system, they will throw you under the bus. And if you been fucking over niggas gonna look at you like you crazy. That's why don't nobody like Kamala. I wasn't feeling her anyway, and I started reading shit and articles and digging up little information. Damn, that bitch was putting hella niggas in the pen. She was against the 3 strikes. She was for the 3 strikes law. Sent all them niggas to jail. She was on some bullshit. Now you want to dance to Cardi B and shit? That's like Obama when he was dancing and shit. Out there dancing and prancing and shimming and shamming and shit. We got to stop going for the okie doke. We are fighting a system, not one person. Read cut off supply. Supply and demand is what sells. Sell votes, sell dreams. That's a fact. And Dr. Claude Anderson teaches us how many times, man, how many times I got to tell people to vote means to wish. There's a difference between electing and voting. When you vote, you're wishing who you want in office. When you're an elector, you get to choose and make the decision of who's in office. You better get an etymology dictionary, man. Voting means to wish. I got it. I've shown it to y'all every week. So the next time you want to go vote for the president, know that your vote don't count for shit. Because they can win the popular vote all they want. But it's up to the Electoral College to see what they decide on who to put in. People got to understand the rules and regulations of what's going on, man. That's why politicians come around niggas every so often when they need their vote. And then once they get your vote, they get the fuck away from you and they go live the good life. I don't give a fuck if they do live among you. That don't mean that you're living like them. They're living better than you and they have special privileges that you don't have that they're not going to give up for your common black folk. That's the problem. We always think that it's an individual game when they give us nigga trinkets. When we gonna stop thinking that? I'll tell you this. We gonna get it together. We gonna definitely get it together. And if it's entirely up to us, it's gonna take longer than I thought. Hopefully something major comes along. If you're experiencing technical difficulties, y'all know the internet be all fucked up every now and then. I'm gonna have to call these motherfuckers, man, because the shit be bullshitting and tripping. You know what I'm saying? It'll go from good to all fucked up. But anyway, I just thought I would hit y'all up over the dome real quick and try to hit the 3. Hey, I've been doing good doing these three a week type shit, or 4 a week, whatever you want to call it. Hey, man, we trying to get this channel up and get people on and popping so we can spread this word about this knowledge, man, because, hey, it ain't no joke when you don't have knowledge yourself and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Most people are deaf, dumb, and blind, and they have no idea what's going on. And they'll be ushered into the system, and they don't care what system they're being ushered into because it makes them no never mind. They don't care. As long as they get their paycheck and they able to go watch football. And by the way, NFL don't give a fuck about y'all. NBA don't give a fuck. Watch it from a objective perspective. Don't get all subjective and get in and get so emotional about it. You fighting with your fellow brother or your cousin or anybody. It ain't that deep. Life is too short for that. Remember, they're wealthy no, they're not wealthy. The owners are wealthy. Those niggas are rich and they get a chance to go home and enjoy themselves. That's a fact. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Hey, I'm cutting this short. I'm not going to do a long one tonight. Man, this is the Knowledge is Free podcast. I appreciate everybody subscribing. I hope your week has been a decent week. I hope things turn out better next week than it did this week. For all you niggas that's out here thinking that your vote really do count, you on some goofy sucker shit, and you a fucking clown. I know, where's Screwhead at? Screwhead really be in it. He always be in here, man. Hey, man, we gonna have to get it pop. We gonna have to get some more people in the chat room, man. That's a fact. But it'll grow, though. It'll grow. I ain't tripping. Patience is a virtue. Eventually, it's gonna be way more people in the chat room, and we're gonna have some real good discussions. Hey, the next podcast that I will be doing will be on Sunday, around between 5:30 and 6:30. I like to do it after everybody get out of church. So y'all can catch me then between 5:30 and 6:30. This is the Knowledge is Free podcast. Hopefully next week Nuke will be back. We can get that No Way Out podcast popping. So shout out to Nuke as well. You know, hey, just to let y'all know, Nuke is a madam, y'all. So the reason why y'all don't see Nuke during the podcast because last time I called Nuke and I spoke to Nuke on the phone, she was listening to Sugar Free in the background, and she said that that's her theme music, baby, while you're bullshitting. And shout out to Nuke. She's pimping those bitches and getting that money. So she's an entrepreneur, y'all. But anyway, this is the Knowledge is Free podcast. I appreciate y'all listening. Everybody hit the bell, subscribe button. Hey, go check out that article on Justin Fairfax and see how they got him under the gun, because they got Northam under the gun. Remember, when they get, for every white motherfucker they get, they gonna get 10 niggas. And then there's certain niggas that are protected. Like Kamala and Cory Booker, they protected because they want to prop up some nigga in front of y'all because Trump is that bad to everybody. So everybody thinks that they want to give you some type of Negro savior. Don't buy that shit. You'd much rather deal with Donald Trump than deal with Cory Booker or Kamala Harris, because guess what? They are wolves in sheep's clothing. They are wolves in sheep clothing. And we may be going to touch on this next week when Nuke come back. We going to touch on this shit because I want to get her take on it too. Because Obama got he fooled the fuck out of us. That's a fact. That nigga didn't say shit about Chicago. He didn't want to say shit about Trayvon. And he didn't say shit about everybody else either. Hey, let me tell you something. We got to do what's best for us. And we got to remember, we fighting the system, not each other. Stop that. Stop fighting each other. Stop hating on each other. Stop looking at a nigga because he got rims and a car. Look, let me tell you something. Most wealthy people don't show their wealth. So when you're looking at a nigga that got rims, no, he ain't got no money. I don't care. Even if he's rich, he's nigga rich. He's not wealthy. There's a difference between being rich and wealthy. Let me break this down before I get off this air. Wealthy is the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, the Vanderbilts. Like Anderson Cooper, he's wealthy. He comes from Cornelius Vanderbilt, who Jeremiah Hamilton was battling in the 1800s. That's wealthy. Who's rich is the NBA basketball players that you see and the NFL players. They're rich. Who's wealthy? Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft. They're wealthy. And if you notice, there's no black owners in the NFL, and there's only one black owner in the NBA, and that just happens to be Michael Jordan, who they wouldn't even sell a team to, who Bob Johnson had to buy the team and then sell his shares to Michael Jordan. Need I remind you when Donald Sterling was talking shit about niggas, when they took the team from him, they didn't sell it to any niggas, they sold it to a Jew. Facts. So y'all gotta look at all this hidden hand and all this other shit. Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate that. Nuke is, hey man, let me tell you something. Nuke is a hustler. That's why she's a madam part-time and she's got those bitches selling that pussy. No, I'm fucking with y'all. But hey man, I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. I appreciate all the chat. If you're listening on SoundCloud, I appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, whenever you watch this, I appreciate you. We try to go live, but man, this internet, I'm gonna have to call Cox. But I already know what Cox gonna try to do. They gonna try to put it on my shit. When I ain't got no Lenovo or no motherfucking Aces or none of that shit, nigga. I got a MacBook Pro, so my shit should be tip top and my internet should be banging. So I don't know why the fuck this shit be acting like this a lot of times, man. But anyway, this is the Knowledge is Free podcast. I appreciate and got much love for everybody. Please hit the bell and subscribe button. If you don't, I'm not tripping off of it. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, we can talk about it. Leave your comment. If you do agree with what I'm saying, hit the bell and send it to somebody that might check it out. I'm not on here tap dancing and cooning. I bet you if I was cooning and I was tap dancing and talking about how lovely the system of white supremacy is, I bet you I have 1 million followers. But anyway, don't be no motherfucking sandbar or no coon. Stick with what you know is best. Stop cooning and sandboning and telling on the next nigga. Hey, magnetize positive things. Hey, and life will bring it back to you. If you driving your girl's car and you stop by the store and you trying to stop by a bitch house before you go home and she got GPS on your iPhone, guilty, nigga. All right, y'all, I'm out.